You are now
listening to
East Bay Radio.
Good morning, Cal State East Bay. Welcome to the final episode of East Bay Live for the school year. Not only for the school year, but for the year of 2025. I'm DJ Julius, and you are listening to East Bay Live, coming to you live from the lovely, sunny, beautiful hills of Hayward, California. I'm surprised that it's not foggy today because my commute on my way to work was literally foggy from Tracy all the way to Dublin, Pleasanton. But as I got over the Diablo range, then that's when the sun started coming out. And thank goodness for that. The weather for today is 52 degrees and sunny with a low of, with the highs at 62 degrees and lows in at 40 degrees. And today is such a beautiful day. Even the traffic around the Bay Area is fantastic. It's smooth all around. Although there are some hot spots here. For example, in the city, as you're approaching San Francisco through the Bay Bridge, there are some closures. And there's also another hotspot on 101. There's a slowdown on 101 northbound heading towards Burlingame. So if you're stuck, if you find yourself in that commute, then it's basically a slow and go. And there's an accident on 101 north at Amphitheater and exit 40. There is a shoulder block there, reported 9:52 a.m. Now for today's segment, for today's live show, there will be a couple segments. One is Tersigni will be bringing in an autism expert, and the next segment will be Thomas Inglemon and me, yours truly, talking about professional wrestling. So that is pretty much it for today's show, and I hope you guys sit back, kick back, and enjoy yourselves. However, let's talk about one major breaking news that took place literally just yesterday. So there were reports of a massive Hayward building explosion after a gas line rupture, which resulted in the injury of 6 people. According to a report here by ABC 7 News, a gas explosion set off a major fire in a Hayward neighborhood on Thursday after obliterating at least one home, blowing out windows and shaking nearby homes. 6 people were taken to hospitals for injuries, fire officials said. The Alameda County Fire Department says crews were dispatched to the 800 block of East Llewellyn Boulevard for reports of a natural gas leak. Firefighters arrived at the scene at 7:50 a.m. and officials said that they were cleared by PG&E crews at 7:55 a.m. Just a couple hours later, at 9:38 a.m., firefighters were called back to the same location after reports of an explosion and fire. And apparently there's also a dramatic footage captured by a home's doorbell camera that showed a large excavator being used to dig in front of the home, and that exploded as a worker stood nearby. And according to the report, within moments, a massive explosion and flames blew out the walls and the roof of the home. People nearby appeared to be dazed for a few seconds before running towards the home to search for any victims. Several workers lifted a large piece of debris from where it landed near the excavator. Now, as a result, 2 homes were impacted by the explosion and fire, and a workshop in the back of one of them. Another home has some damage on the side facing the explosion. And the neighborhood is basically the whole area is a mixed housing and business area right off Highway 238, basically where I commute from as I head into work from the Central Valley. Now, fire officials believe that 2 of the 6 people injured were workers in the streets. Hospital officials say that all the victims were taken to Eden Medical Center, and 3 of the 6 victims are in serious condition. Now, that is what's happened pretty much locally here in the Bay Area, and this event got the attention of some of the bigger news outlets in the country and around the world. So there is one report by CNN, one from the New York Times. So it's, these things are bizarre, to say the least. That a house explosion would take place in Hayward of all places. So I truly hope that everyone around the neighborhood is okay, especially those six people that were injured as it happens. All right. Apart from that, that is all for the news segment. So right now, we're gonna kick back with some music, and shortly we will have our first segment with Tersigni. This is East Bay Live, coming to you from the beautiful, lovely, stunning hills of Hayward, California.
What you really mean to me. Would you let me slide on the late night? You know I'm souped up on my game tight. I can slow it down if it don't feel right. And I'ma pull up on you, baby, sit tight. Man, I got a roll of woods at the red light. And 12 can't see, we cut the headlight. Seen each other block down. We got the R&B game on the lockdown. I'm finna hop on, make sure we the top down. Up on the city, got the Remy, man, he got the goose. Girl, I need a little baby, but it ain't you. I wanna make it go right, girl, it take two. Take a chance on the kid, that's a great move. Take a chance on the kid, that's a great move. I'm the type to leave you better than a grapefruit. Got behind her and she show me what the hits do. Take a ride and I'll show you what the whip do. Now left, back, side to side, over, right, round and round, slow it down. That's the way you move.
You are now
listening to
East Bay Radio.
Is it torture seeing my name on the screen? Do you ever wish you never met me? Ain't that what I want to say? Ain't that what I need to say? What's new? I hear you've been moving and shaking things up. Can't wait to see what's next in store for you. Yeah. Gotta make it out to the next show. My window of time is small, but I will try my best. Do you know right now how hard it is to speak? Do you know the many nights I've cried myself to sleep? Ain't that what you want to say? Ain't that what you need to say? Ain't that what you want to say? Ain't that what you need to say? Well, I hope that all is fine. Do you ever think of me? All the pleasures been on mine. Wishing a million apologies. Let me know if you have time to get together on my mind. And all these silent conversations getting deeper to know. Ain't that what I want to say? Ain't that what you need to say? Ain't this what we want to say? Ain't that what we need to say? Need to say, need to say. Ooh, yeah. All these silent conversations getting deeper to know. Ain't that what I want to say? Ain't that what we need to say? Ain't that what you need to
All right. Now we're gonna start off with for today's first segment. We're gonna start off with my little collaboration with Thomas Inglemon, and we talk about the lovely, beautiful sport that is professional wrestling. Welcome to my debut episode of Off the Top Rope.
You are now
Listening to
East Bay Radio.
All right, we are officially recording. All right,
Okay, let's do it.
all right. Let me do my little intro there.
You know, I inject my turkey with
Stream up to 4 devices at the same time.
thing. It's just that as a fan attending, it's kind of hard to get a good.
For this evening, Survivor Series. I'm curious before we start our segment. All right, how do you cook your turkey? Julius, Palma, and welcome to our very first segment of Off the Top Rope as part of the East Bay live radio show with the Department of Communication at California State University, East Bay. And I've got my tag team partner right here, Thomas Inglemon, right here in the booth. How's it going, Thomas?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How's your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Made some really good food. My mac and cheese was very mac-alicious.
Oh man, I wish I had some mac and cheese for our Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, we did have prime rib though. So.
Oh, cool. Ooh, even better.
Oh yeah, no, prime ribs like our go-to
Nice.
when turkey gets dry. Oh, we still got the ham and everything and all the other fixings, but our prime rib is our safety, right? It's just got to be there.
You know, I inject my turkey with vegetable broth, and it won't dry out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
We do it with butter.
No, I do it with vegetable stock.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. I mean, well, okay. Well, I'm curious before we start our segment. All right. How do you cook your turkey? Do you spatchcock it or do you just cook it like normally?
I cook it normally, but I also fry it, so either or.
Oh, frying it. I've never.
Yeah. frying it is a whole like ordeal. You have to like get the propane tank and get the turkey fryer. You have to make sure you do it outside. You don't want to like
Oh
kill
yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah. No, you gotta do it outside. There's no way I'm gonna be frying my turkey inside. No, for us we do what's called spatchcocking. Basically, like we cut out the spine of it and then turn it around and then just break the ribs of it, and then that way everything cooks evenly in the oven and nothing goes dry.
Okay.
Which is kind of ironic because our turkey ended up going dry. All right. Well, Thanksgiving aside, let's wonton bomb right into the first topic for this evening. Survivor Series War Games. Now, I got to watch a little bit of War Games. How about you, Thomas?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it as well.
Yeah, no. Yeah, trust me, I was going back and forth between Netflix and this legal streaming site that I always go to. Yeah, I know. I'm one of those people. But eventually I relented and had to upgrade my Netflix plan because before that I was only set for 2 devices to be streaming at the same time. However, my mom was watching her movies and my sister was watching Stranger Things season 5. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just pay the $24.99 then.
Oh my God,
$24.99 and that's the 4K version with where you can stream up to 4 devices at the same time.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
I remember when it was like $5.
I know. Like, take me back to that time, please. All right, so let's talk about War Games. All right, so there were 4 matches on the card, so we're gonna go in order. So, in summary, there was the women's War Games match. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And the men's War Games match. Now, let's start off with the first match, the Women's War Games. So, honestly, there weren't a lot of memorable moments. But I think towards the beginning of the show, Michael Cole did mention that the layout for War Games was different and that there were no shark cages, right?
Yeah.
Because of the whole setup, the way the superstars would come out to the ring through the dugout, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, honestly.
I think it's a little weird. For me personally, I don't really like the whole baseball stadium thing. It's just that as a fan attending, it's kind of hard to get a good seat at an event like that.
I mean, like, I can understand why WWE would have it at a baseball stadium. Like, the seats are already there.
Yeah.
But like having floor seats, I can't imagine like not being able to see the wrestling in person. I mean, like live. I mean, like with my own eyes, like looking at the ring. Instead, you'd have to rely on some jumbotron up top to be able to see the action, right?
Yeah, and if you're looking at the jumbotron the whole time, you might as well go home and watch it.
Exactly, kind of defeats the purpose of like being there in person, right? I mean, you may be there for the vibes, but like, Netflix is cheaper, guys.
There was a video, or not a video. There was a picture of a fan who took a picture of their seat of where they were sitting, and they couldn't see anything, and they paid $900.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh no, that's horrible.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt badly. But speaking of hurt, okay, so before we go any further, there was this tiny bit of a botch. In wrestling, a botch means like a move that nearly failed basically, or that's correct, right? A botch.
Yeah, like doesn't go as planned.
Exactly, doesn't go as planned, right? Well, there was a spot in this match where there was a near botch, basically, where Lash Legend and Nia Jax were deadlifting Io Sky, and Nia Jax nearly dropped Io.
Typical Nia Jax.
Yeah, of course, Nia Jax being Nia Jax, but then they both saved it. They both saved the spot, and they were able to do their spots safely. All right, and that's the important thing about botches. Basically, if you can still do it, make sure to do it safely, right? And then another thing was Io Sky like jumping between 2 ropes and nearly slipping out of that rope, but because of her being Io and being a consummate professional, she found a way to overcome that botch, basically. Mm-hmm. Like doing that clothesline onto, I think, Asuka.
Yeah, she's really good, man.
Oh yeah, she is. And of course, what is an EU Sky War Games match without that iconic trash can spot?
Dude, that was sick. I'm not gonna lie, that was that was pretty crazy. I've never really seen anyone do a swanton with a garbage over their head.
I mean, she's done it before in NXT when NXT had exclusive rights to the War Games match, and even then, it still looked picture perfect.
Yeah, I honestly think I missed the NXT Black and Gold.
Oh yeah, no. I will die on this hill, and I'm sure you will too, that NXT Black and Gold was the best era of professional wrestling. Period.
I would say in recent memory.
In recent memory, absolutely,
but
yeah.
I used to love the NXT pay-per-views, dude. Every single match was a banger.
The takeovers were just something special.
And dude, the crowd was electric. Oh my
yeah.
God. I miss those days so much.
Bro, you will catch me watching Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic take over Portland, and the insane spots. Like, these are two big guys doing super lightweight lucha moves, basically.
Yeah, you can't forget about that Andrade and
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Oh, love that match. That was, no, 5 stars. That is a 5-star match by Dave Meltzer. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we went back. All right, we went on a tangent. All right, but anyways, back to the Women's War Games match, and so the final person to come out, the final 2 wrestlers to come out were Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, respectively, right? And then towards the end of the match, Becky's like the only person left standing on the heel side of the match. She tries escaping the cage, but Charlotte catches her. All the other women superstars on the other team do their moves, and then AJ Lee does the Black Widow tap, and Becky taps out. And it's rumored to this day that she is still crashing out. And if Becky Lynch is listening, that I do not want to be part of this lawsuit that you're trying to set up here, okay? This is just purely entertainment. And what happened to you, I believe is a great injustice to you ever since you lost the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, you have every right to crash out. Please don't sue me. Okay, but overall, what did you think of the women's War Games match?
It was all right. The whole show was all right.
Yeah,
I think Blood and Guts was definitely better.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh yeah, no. I mean, if we're gonna compare AEW's Blood and Guts to WWE's War Games this year, yeah, no, Blood and Guts just takes the cake this year.
I just feel like a match like that is, I mean, it's supposed to be a little violent, you know, like 2 rings, a big cage, 10 people. Like, you gotta. I'm not saying these superstars have to bleed, but you gotta like.
There's got to be a reason for this match to exist apart from just existing.
Yeah, you know, they have to like not be able to walk straight the next day, or like, you know, not be able to walk on their own.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Because it's just like with the Hell in a Cell match. Like, for years they had the show on a pay-per-view and they would just have Hell in a Cell matches just for the sake of it, just because of the event. But as we've seen with CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, there needs to be a match where it's just like the be all end all for that feud.
Yeah, that's the only reason there should be a Hell in a Cell. I agree.
Yeah, and I think it just perfectly encapsulates that feud. Like, their matches up to that point have been straight bangers, but that Hell in a Cell match just took it to another level.
Yeah.
That I still can't get over that Drew McIntyre Claymore spot onto the steel stuff on the back. Oh goodness! All right, so off to another tangent. No, let's go back. But yeah, we're gonna be discussing this after everything. All right, so next match is Cena versus Dirty Dom. Now this is Cena's second to last match before he officially retires. So, you know. Would you believe it that for John Cena's final 5 matches, 3 of the matches have been with Dirty Dom?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that at all. I was a little upset that he won the IC title from Dom.
Wait,
but
why?
then- I don't know. It's just a little too late. Too late for that IC title run. It's like it just felt forced. And then you got Dom, who's extremely over already. You know, that kind of killed his momentum a little bit.
No.
He regained the title, but like,
If anything, I don't think it hurt his credibility at all. In fact, it kind of bolstered it. I mean, the fact that he's going up against the John Cena, he's able to hang with him on the mic and in the ring. It kind of shows how far Dom has gone in the last 5 years. 5 years.
I agree.
Right? And hell, if 5 years, okay, in that 5 years, all right, if you put that same 5 year timeline, Roman Reigns, all right, he was barely on John Cena's level on the mic.
Yeah.
And he was being forced down our throats, all right? This one, Dom, he just comes off as organic.
Yeah, he does.
And he's no longer riding on the coattails of his deadbeat father, right?
Yeah, he's
he's developed. He's grown into this own man that hell we could argue is Eddie Guerrero's son, right?
Basically, yeah.
May Eddie Guerrero rest in peace. 20 years on.
Oh man, I miss him so much.
Oh man, I mean, what would the wrestling world be like today if he was still alive? But anyway, so John Cena's second to last match against Dominic Mysterio. So there was this. So this is like towards the end where Dominic tries to do a hurricanrana based on John Cena, but botches it. You know, similar to how Penta botched the hurricanrana on Solo Sikoa on Monday Night Raw, and it looked like that he was injured, right? I mean, like you saw ringside doctors attend to him and everything. Meanwhile, John Cena's in the ring, you know, worried, right? And then in comes Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, right? And they both hit their spots on John Cena. And I thought, okay, all right. I mean, John Cena can be up by the girls. I mean, that's a rarity, but
I don't know. I don't really like that.
Why? I'm curious.
It's John Cena. We're talking about taking finishers from female superstars. I don't know. Like, I don't really like that.
I mean, okay, you can
no disrespect to the women, but that's just, I don't know.
I mean, like, you could argue like that John Cena was giving like the spotlight to younger talent. All right, which is fair. All
okay,
right.
yeah, you can look at it that way. That's a fair point.
And like Cena is on his way out anyway, so like it's kind of fair. I mean, 'cause if this was prime Cena that we're talking about, then he would hit an FU on those two females easily, like he did on Lita.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Let me take that back then.
All right. Okay. So then all that happens and everything, and then all of a sudden, Liv Morgan returns finally, and then he slaps the hell out of Dom. Like, what the hell have you been doing? And then Liv runs up to Cena, gives him a hug, and then we see that camera shot of Liv's face just changing, just like John Cena did with his heel turn. All right, gets back down, and then low blows him. All right, 619 title shot to the head. Frog splash, 1, 2, 3. Dom regains his Intercontinental Championship. And I mean, we all expected John Cena to lose because like, okay, it is Dom that we're talking about here. It's in his hometown, all right, San Diego. So, and it doesn't make sense for John Cena to, you know, be holding the IC title leading up to his final match unless you know he was to be, you know, defending it on his final night as a professional wrestler, you know.
Which I don't think that would have been a good idea. I think him losing to Dom was the right choice.
No, yeah, no, absolutely, I agree with you on that. And you know, gives him that credibility once again that he never really lost. I mean, like he's once again a dual champion, the IC title holder and AAA Mega World Champion, right? All right, so let's move on to our third match: Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship. I'm gonna be honest. This match could have been on Monday Night Raw, and I would have blinked, bro. I am being so for real.
Yeah, but Nikki Bella, dude, she still has it. She's what, 42? She can still wrestle, man.
I know she's a mother now. She was married to a Dancing with the Stars dancer, and she's been living life, and for her to be still going at her age, in this day and age where the cream of the crop for female wrestlers is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
So it's like she never really lost a step,
No, she didn't. I completely agree with you there.
And Stephanie Vaquer is one of the best female wrestlers in the world right now. So I think
easily.
Having them to kind of it makes sense, right? But having the match at Survivor Series could have been a Monday Night Raw, and like I said, I wouldn't have batted an eye.
You think that was like a filler match?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like it was just trying to just setting. It was just a filler match just to set up all the components for the men's War Games match that would happen next.
Yeah, they could have even put like a tag title match there or something.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. All right. So the final match for the evening, the men's War Games match. So, in the end, it was the heels that won it. The heels being the two Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. So there were like a few memorable spots. One of them being Jey Uso, like asking production to run it back, and go yeet, and everyone was all over it. Like the camera shot of everyone yeeting.
Yeah, dude, he's super over.
He's super over, but he's not world champion material yet. Like, give him a couple more years.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. A lot of fans don't like his push at all. Like,
whoa. Yeah, I get what they're saying. Yeah,
him beating Rusev got a lot of dislikes on YouTube. Like, I think it was like over 40,000.
Did you see like the dislike ratio when Jey Uso was the number one contender?
Yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh, not again.
He deserved the world title run. I'm not gonna lie.
He did, no, absolutely. But I think once is plenty enough. And I don't doubt that there will come a time where Jey Uso will be world champion once again. All right, but it's just not at the right time. Like, not when you have that a lot of star power in the WWE right now. CM Punk right now is absolutely the right choice to be world champion.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
I agree.
But and then Cody Rhodes being champion again it makes sense because, well, yeah, okay, so there was this whole thing between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes being like, okay, who's really the leader of the team, right? And then you have Roman Reigns, who is just like this odd person out because he's not a champion, but he still has some leverage because he is the OTC, right? So that was like the whole thing coming into the match. Meanwhile, Jimmy and Jib were just there for his buddies and his cousin, obviously. So Jay runs it back, and then all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar comes out. His music, all right, it's just like, oh crap, get ready, and then it's just Brock Lesnar doing Brock Lesnar stuff. Suplex City.
Don't forget about that F5 through the announcer table.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so I'm gonna mention that. So then Roman comes out, right? He comes with locked and loaded, 3 Superman punches, all right, and he tries to go for a fourth one, or a third or fourth one, and then Brock Lesnar catches him for an F5 through the announce table. I'm like, yo. And I thought, whoa, Brock Lesnar, leaving the cage?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would be like an instant disqualification.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's this thing where you got to have everyone in the cage, like all 10 superstars in the cage, in order for that rule to be effective.
Oh, okay.
So and Michael Cole mentioned that on the broadcast as well. It's like, oh, okay, now that makes sense, because I always thought that no one can leave the cage once they're in. It doesn't matter if everyone else hasn't come yet,
mm-hmm.
right? But apparently that he makes it clear now. Okay, so that makes sense. So the match comes to its crescendo. It's between Braun Breaker and CM Punk. And then all of a sudden we see the shot of this masked person, this masked wrestler, climbing the cage, going down, and then immediately targets CM Punk, gives him a super kick, and then curb stomps him and then dips. And then you see Braun Breaker bring his straps back up, brings them down again, and then at 23 miles an hour hits him with that spear. 1, 2, 3. Now, there are rumors saying that it is Austin Theory. My initial thought it was Seth Rollins, but there is no way that it's Seth Rollins,
Yeah, he's too small.
he's considering that he's a little bit small. But it's only, judging by the way the curb stomp took place, that is not Seth Rollins at all.
Yeah. The masked man is too small to be Rollins. I think Rollins is a little bit bigger than that.
That's one thing. And then I've seen pictures online on Instagram where people are comparing Austin Theory's butt to the butt of the masked man, and I'm like, oh, that is so hilarious. That is plausible, but so hilarious. What do you think? Who do you think it could be?
To be honest, I have no idea.
I mean, it could be El Grande Americano for all I know.
It could be Theory. It could even be Jericho, dude. He's not. I don't think he's with AEW right now.
I think he's just taking the time off. I mean, like until his contract expires. But no. There's no way it'd be Jericho. That masked wrestler is too agile to be moving with Jericho's age right now.
Okay, that's a good point.
And he'd be a bit bigger. I'll be honest.
Then I would say Theory. I mean, he has the size of Theory.
I mean, okay, what's the connection between Theory and? Oh wait, no. I think we were talking about this before the podcast. It was like Austin Theory. No, Seth Rollins took Austin Theory in when Theory was still in NXT, right? And then that's how he became like the disciple, basically, for the Messiah, Seth Rollins, back in 2020.
But you see, what makes it like so confusing is there's no ties to CM Punk from the superstar from Theory.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's true.
So it's like I feel like whoever did that has to have a tie to CM Punk in some way, and like. It can't just be random unless it's random because, he interfered in a really big match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's still unclear who it really is, right? I mean, all fingers are pointing at Austin Theory as that masked wrestler, but, I don't know. Could be, like I said, it could be El Grande Americano.
Hey, Julius, was it you?
Oh, I wish. I wish I was that tall. The hell? I wish. Was it you?
Maybe. No, I'm kidding. No, it was not me.
Would you actually climb that cage and then go back down again, or just like stop halfway and like, oh shoot, it's actually too high?
Yeah, I'd probably stop halfway and be like, whoa.
I think I would too. No, hell, I'd struggle climbing up the cage.
Be like, whoa, this is pretty high. I don't want to fall. Let me get back down.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have the next guy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That would be me too. No. If it was me, I'd just like go underneath the ring like Undertaker style, like cut through the canvas, and then just like go in from there. All right. So, with that being said, has War Games run its course?
Definitely. If you're just having it every year, there's like no true meaning behind War Games. I think it should be, like you said earlier, the end all be all to any rivalry. Kind of like the Hell in a Cell, where they were having that every year and then they stopped it because it gives that match more meaning. It means something. It's like everything comes to a head when you're doing a gimmick match like that. And so just to have it every year, it kind of gets boring.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, like, the only time that I think it worked really well was during Black and Gold NXT.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
because it was just Undisputed Era versus anyone at that point, right? But this time, it's just like, okay, it's there just to be there, really. I'll go back to the comparison. The CM Punk Drew McIntyre match. It was like the be all end all match for that feud, and so they needed a way to execute that. And what better way to have it than have it inside a Hell in a Cell cage, in a Hell in a Cell match, right?
Yeah, I agree, and it was a good one too as well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Or like let's go back one further. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Remember when Cody Rhodes messed up his pec?
Yeah.
And and then like when he took off his jacket, it's just like all red, like bruised and red and everything. It's just like, so bad. Exactly that.
Or like Taker, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, that too.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Yes.
Kevin Nash, Triple H.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. Like those, those have meaning. That kind of rivalry. Those need Hell in a Cell matches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, that's when it's necessary. It's not necessary right now.
Yeah. No. Like they gotta have a reason to have like those types of matches. And it's the same thing with War Games. There's got to be like some sort of blood feud going on. Like they hate, like this team hates that team. That team hates this team.
Yeah.
And they need a way to contain it.
It should be more of like a like a faction kind of rivalry.
Faction versus faction.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, they did that back in 23 with Judgment Day versus Cody's group.
Yeah, see, like something like that. It has to be like. Or it's faction versus faction,
Or let's go back one further, and let's go back to the previous year. The Bloodline versus like everyone else that hated the Bloodline at the time, right?
There you go. Yeah, it just it's just like personally, why is Brock Lesnar in War Games? Like, who is his rival? Roman Reigns? I mean, I guess, but we've seen those guys tear each other apart so many times that's not really needed for them.
Yeah, no, and it's just like. Brock Lesnar of all places in a War Games match.
Yeah,
like
that's a little confusing for me.
It is absolutely. So, okay, yeah. So, okay, we both agreed that War Games has run its course, and that. What do you think? Do you think WWE should just go back to the Survivor Series setup?
I think you should just go traditional Survivor Series 5v5.
Yeah, no. I'm glad that they brought that back for this year but it's on SmackDown though. That's the thing. But nonetheless, they brought the concept back, and if anything, we should have what you call it, the brand warfare again.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that actually.
The brand warfare matches have always been spectacular because, 5 of SmackDown's best guys versus 5 of Raw's best guys, and hell, I would love to see Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis go back at it in the ring, like actually being in the match.
Yeah, and then like champion versus champion, it gives it gives opportunity for dream matches. Like we had AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar. That was a great match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then the year later, Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Like if you do like the brand warfare, that it brings out those kind of opportunities. It gives you that opportunity to have a match we haven't seen before between 2 world champions.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. I mean, okay, right now. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes right now. If we were to go back to the traditional brand warfare, all right,
that'd be great.
It would bang.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, and then the tag teams. Yeah, the tag teams as well. 5 of SmackDown's best tag teams versus 5 of Raw's best tag teams, or if they have any tag teams at all.
Or you could do Stephanie versus Jade Cargill. Do that one. That's a banger.
Oh, bro, no, yeah, absolutely, that would bang. But yeah, so we both agree that not only has War Games run its course, but WWE should bring back the Survivor Series and brand warfare to Survivor Series, because that was what's all about, right?
Yeah, it's weird seeing each champion on each show every week. I guess there's like a brand split, but it's not really a brand split because you see wrestlers from each brand on opposite shows every single week.
Not necessarily. Okay, not necessarily. That's not all the time. Probably like in the lead up to big events, maybe like WrestleMania. That would make sense. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all that kind of stuff. Royal Rumble, but those are far and few between, honestly.
I just feel like back in the day, during like early Ruthless Aggression, mid Ruthless Aggression era, you rarely saw a SmackDown superstar on Raw or a Raw super, like that was like very, very rare. Right. And I think it should go back to that, where you don't see it at all. Maybe like once a year you'll see one Raw superstar on SmackDown or one SmackDown superstar on Raw,
See, now it only makes sense during, like, in the lead up to Survivor Series. Back in 2005, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was like Orton. It was Orton, JBL, Shawn Michaels. It was those guys basically versus SmackDown's best. JBL, Rey Mysterio, Big Show, Kane, Batista. And it's just going at it. Hell, it'd be great if we could do SmackDown versus Raw versus NXT again, right back from 2019.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. All right, let's do a quick pause. And once again, you are listening to East Bay Live, coming to you from the beautiful hills of Cal State East Bay here in Hayward, California. We'll be continuing with Off the Top Rope podcast shortly. Let me try it again. And you're listening to Off the Top Rope as part of the East Bay Live radio show with the Department of Communication at California State University, East Bay, in the lovely hills of Hayward, California. All right, so let's talk about Cena's final opponents for his last time is now tournament, right? Now, since we last, there have a lot of things. There have been a lot of things that have happened, all right? So there was supposed to be a match between Solo Sikoa and Penta, but that didn't really go far because of that botch, unfortunately, by Penta. I mean, wish him all the best, but unfortunately, it's Solo Sikoa that goes through, and then it's Gunther that faced Carmelo Hayes, and Gunther won that convincingly.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset about that Gunther over Carmelo Hayes. A lot of people think Carmelo Hayes might have gotten buried there.
He gave one hell of a fight. Okay, for me, when I think of burial, I think of like it's a one-sided beatdown. That's the thing. And if anything, Carmelo Hayes gave Gunther like one hell of a fight.
Yeah, I would agree there. Yeah, it's
like if we're talking burial, I'm thinking like Gunther's first match on the main roster against Ricochet, like that type of burial. But,
okay, yeah.
But like
a squash match kind of.
Yeah, squash match exactly. But it's in the same light as Javon Evans against Gunther, and like Javon gave Gunther like a run for his money, but Gunther's always going to prevail, especially with his theme music coming back.
Yeah,
it's just like it just gives off that aura of like, okay, he is not to be messed around with at all. He's gone back to NXT UK Gunther or Walter, which he is a scary bit. Like he's takes no prisoners type. All right. So then, unfortunately, Sheamus has also had to back out of the tournament, so he pretty much gets a bye. All right, and he faced Jey Uso, and Jey Uso won that match. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's right, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then LA Knight, so he won his match, right? But who's going to be facing now? Who was supposed to be his opponent? Well, apparently on SmackDown, that was revealed to be The Miz. And Miz made a really good point that like he was one of John Cena's greatest rivals, and that he should be in the last time he should be facing John Cena for his final ever match. And what happened? LA Knight, yeah.
That's who I think Cena should face. It should be LA Knight. LA Knight needs that kind of a match. He was Bray Wyatt's last opponent.
That's true. But we didn't know it back then. That's the thing, though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Yeah. But that's the thing. We didn't know that it would be Bray Wyatt's last ever match. Unfortunately, but it would make sense for LA Knight to win, and it also makes sense for, I'd say, Gunther to win, right? And if anything, these two, it would be them. Hold on, let me go check out what's the bracket right now.
I just think. I don't know. I think LA Knight has more to prove than Gunther, and I feel like Gunther's already beaten Goldberg. He's already a multi-time champion. Give it to LA Knight.
Yeah, no. I think that's a pretty good case. I mean, like like what we're seeing with LA Knight right now for the past year or so is that the same treatment that Dolph Ziggler has gotten over the years, right? That burial, like when people think he's so close to grabbing that brass ring, he gets pulled down from under, right? And I hope that this is his shot now.
Yeah, I agree. He should be world champ. He should have been world champ by now.
No, absolutely. I mean, like, not only can he talk, but he's got the merch. He's got the crowd behind him. It's just, I don't know. I mean, like, you could argue that it's just like the amount of star power these days that, and if you compare him to a Cody Rhodes or a CM Punk, it's just, you're gonna side with those guys over LA Knight, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I like Cody, but you got to put that title on LA Knight or Drew, especially Drew, man. Drew really deserves it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
He deserves it more than LA Knight, if you ask me.
I really want. No, you know what? WWE needs to do that and needs to pull the trigger and give it to Drew, and I hope that it becomes a WrestleMania match, please.
Apparently, they're doing. They're talking about Roman and Cody again.
They're gonna run it back.
Yeah, they're gonna run it back.
Oh no!
That's why Survivor Series ended the way it did, because they want to set that up.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't. As much as I love those two, I don't want to see that match.
I really don't. I mean, like they've done back to back already. I mean, like, can we just leave it there, please?
Here's my take. I think your WrestleMania main event should be a match between two superstars we've never seen them face each other before. Like, yeah, maybe have Cody versus LA Knight. Like, I don't think we've seen that.
No, we haven't. No.
Yeah.
Or CM Punk versus LA Knight. Maybe.
Yeah. Something like that.
Man, what was the last time he's been in LA Knight's been in a world title match? I think it was the fatal four way at Royal Rumble.
At the Rumble, yeah.
And we haven't seen him since.
That was last year's Rumble, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was 2024. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness.
And then what? And you know what? Okay, if anything, if he can't win the world championship just yet, I want him to win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And he's come so close on a few occasions, but there's always just that one guy that's destined for that honestly. And you know what? Fair play, but I just wish it was LA Knight, because he's got everything that he needs. All he needs is just that championship to just that's all we need from him.
Yeah, it'll give him that step up for his character that he kind of needs,
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. All right, so we're gonna agree that it's Jey Uso. So Jey Uso's losing to LA Knight.
Yeah, that's kind of my prediction.
And then Solo Sikoa was losing to Gunther, and then we get that final match in the finals between LA Knight and Gunther.
Dude, LA Knight and Gunther, dude, that's a banger right there.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win that?
LA Knight.
You think?
I hope so. I really hope so.
I mean, like, okay, much love to LA Knight. Yeah, but Gunther is just on a different level now.
I agree. But hey, why not LA Knight? Come on.
I mean, okay, LA Knight.
He's great.
He is undoubtedly, all right. And then the last time he and Cena ever interacted was when Cena was a special guest ref for one of LA Knight's matches, right? Mm-hmm. So there's that. So there's that lost connection there, basically. But if you think about it, Gunther and Cena, like, if Cena's gonna go out, it's gonna be all guns blazing against one of the best right now, and LA Knight just doesn't cut the mustard if you compare him to Gunther. Mm-hmm. Right. If you want Cena to go out with an absolute bang, go out against Gunther. I want to see Cena's chest just all red and everything, just from all the chops.
Do you think Cena's gonna win his last match? You think?
I don't think so, honestly.
Especially if he faces Gunther.
Oh no, I don't know. He's not gonna win his final match. Other commentators, other podcasters in the wrestling space have said this. Cena's going to be losing his final match. He's going to go out with looking at the lights. What do you think?
Maybe. But if he faces Gunther, he's definitely losing.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I mean, regardless, he's gonna lose whether he faces LA Knight or Gunther. I mean, like if he wants to give that one last rub to a superstar, it's either I have a lost train of thought there. LA Knight or Gunther, and he's gonna give that rub, regardless.
Yeah, and then I honestly I think Jey Uso might be a dark horse, but
fat chance.
But why have Jey Uso and Gunther again? We've seen that.
Oh yeah, no,
way too many times.
I do not want to run that back. I mean, like that feud has run its course.
Yeah, definitely.
And I still think that while Jey Uso's win at WrestleMania was great, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like Jey Uso just isn't ready to be world champion material. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is. But we're just like comparing apples to oranges, like Jeff Hardy back in 2008.
See, Hardy was ready.
Hardy was ready. He had everything. He had aura. He had the charisma. He had support from talent backstage.
It's just his demons kind of got the best to him back then. Which
yeah, absolutely.
It was so unfortunate.
And you could argue the same thing for Jey Uso as well. I mean, like he had his own demons.
Yeah,
but
a couple of DUIs.
I think the thing that's helping him is like, I mean, let's be real. He's kind of a nepo baby in of himself. Honestly, like
a little bit.
I mean, like he's got family connections. He's got the tribal chief. He's got his father, right? He's got the entire Anwani family on his back. So but Gunther, is just a better overall wrestler, but yeah. Okay, that's enough of Jey Uso. I don't want to get super kicked into infinity. All right, let's take the quick break. All right. And let's talk about Full Gear, and then talk about the Intercontinental Classic, and then that's it. All right.
Okay.
We are like at 45 minutes now, dude.
Oh wow! Oh shit!
Yeah. I'll cut this up, and then hopefully we'll play this tomorrow if no one else is gonna go live.
Okay.
At least it's like ready to go. Okay. All right. And for our final topic, we are going to talk about AEW Full Gear, the event that took place the week before Survivor Series War Games. Now, what can you say about AEW in general, or what the general direction of AEW right now?
Just putting on good quality matches, to be honest with you. That's kind of what Full Gear was about, but. For me, the downside to Full Gear was it was a little too bloody, just a little bit.
A little too bloody.
Just a little bit.
I mean, when is it never a little too bloody? I mean, like when you have Jon Moxley in the card, I mean, you're expected to have some blood. That's kind of part of his contract at this point.
Same with Briscoe.
And Briscoe, yes.
Same with that cage match as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But overall, I loved it. I'd watch it again if I could. Well, I can because I bought the pay-per-view. So
dude, see, this is why I don't buy the pay-per-views. I just watch it on the streaming site. I'm not endorsing it. You make your own decisions. This is my decision. All right. I'm just putting it out there. Please do not. Please don't come after me. But anyways, all right. So okay. So one of the highlights of the evening was Kyle O'Reilly tapping Jon Moxley out again.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time. This is like the third time.
Yeah, like the third.
Yeah. He's tapped out Moxley at inside Blood and Guts, right? Mm-hmm. He's tapped out Moxley again on the Dynamite before Full Gear, and at Full Gear, and this is like 0-3, and right now we're seeing this side of Jon Moxley that we've never really seen before, because we've seen him as this cocky, not cocky, but confident, and always headstrong, just like screw it, we ball type face, right? But now, ever since he's lost to Kyle O'Reilly, he's become a lot more paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the post match thing with like after the match, like he comes out like you think you're better than me type situation, like the backstage promo.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the side of John Moxley that I want to keep seeing more of. He's just paranoid left, right, and center.
Yeah, he kind of can't buy a victory except for last Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly, and there will come a point where his paranoia will get the better of him, and Claudio Castagnoli will defeat him. I mean, not defeat him, but will kick him out of Death Riders.
You think so?
Well, or either that, or he gets a plastic bag over his head. One of the two.
The Bryan Danielson treatment.
Exactly. That's how excommunication works, and that's how expulsion works in the Death Riders. It'll happen to you when you least expect it.
That's true.
All right. Okay. So that's one highlight. The other one was Samoa Joe defeating Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship inside the steel cage match. Now, see, like what we mentioned earlier with the Hell in a Cell game, with the Hell in a Cell and the War Games match, this is the match where you absolutely needed to have a steel cage match.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, of course, it's Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page, and how many matches have they had so far? 2 or 3? Two. Their first match, all right, it was like a friendly competition. Oh, not friendly, but it's gonna be violent because it's Samoa Joe. Come on, but in order to take things up a notch, of course, Adam Page chooses to have the match inside the steel cage. Okay, fair enough. All right, and then Swerve comes back, and bro, is he yoked?
Yeah, he's jacked, man.
He's super jacked. He's like Randy Orton after Survivor Survivor Series 2023, yoked.
I wasn't expecting Joe to win that title. That was that came out of nowhere.
It was a good swerve.
Yeah, it was.
No pun intended. And then Swerve comes out and then beats the living hell out of the opposite dojo.
Yeah.
And now they are, honestly, I can't wait to see how what Swerve and Hangman are going to do. They're going to be the new 2-man power trip of AEW.
I completely agree. They're two of the best in AEW. Two of the best in the sport, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no doubt about it whatsoever. And it's like I listened to Swerve's the Swerve interview with Chris Van Vliet. It's like they need each other. Even though they've had blood feuds against each other, It's like they need one another because one can't happen without another. Swerve, Hangman couldn't win the AEW World Championship without Swerve, right? I mean, this we're talking about the same Hangman Adam Page that burned down Swerve's childhood home, allegedly.
Yeah,
this is the same feud where Swerve broke into Hangman's home and just
he picked up his kid.
Yeah, exactly.
He pushed Hangman to a whole different dimension.
Exactly. This is like the yin and yang, going against each other. But then when the yin and yang work together, they are going to be a powerful force.
Yeah, they are. I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And there are a few more things that we want to mention and we want to talk about with Full Gear, but I think we're just going to cut it here. And then one more thing. Let's talk about the AEW Continental Classic.
Ooh, I love it, man. They put on. You get a lot of dream matches out of that tournament. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
and it's free TV.
free TV, 5-star matches from Dave Meltzer. I mean, you got the works basically.
Yeah, last week you had Fletcher and Okada do that match.
Fletcher and Okada. Oh man,
that was a good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then next week this week actually, by the time when this is being recorded, we're getting Claudio versus John Moxley.
Oh,
I'm like,
boy.
How's that gonna go?
Man. I'm excited, man.
Who's gonna lay down for one another? That's the thing.
I'm excited, man.
I'm excited. I'm also excited for Okada versus Fletcher, because you can sense with Okada, he just does. He hates Takeshita.
Yeah, he does.
But he tolerates Fletcher because they're all in the same family. But he has this innate hatred for Takeshita. I mean, you saw at Full Gear, right, when they were tag teaming, right? like took like I think it was Okada that tried to do a beatdown on, who was it, on Máscara Dorada, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards he just goes in on Takeshita like bro is like unserious. And then actually the funniest thing about that match was like, while the match was happening, Okada makes it like comes in like fashionably late and then like just doesn't give a f about like doing his whole entrance during mid match and everything. I was just like, oh man, this is peak Okada right here.
It sure was.
But yeah, I can't wait to see I can't wait to watch the rest of the Continental Classic. And okay, early predictions. Who do you think is gonna win this event?
I got Takeshita over Okada in the finals.
Oh, that no. I truly believe that match should just be reserved for what's it called, for New Japan for their show at the beginning of every year. Wrestle Kingdom, yes, Tokyo Dome. So? Tokyo Dome. That should be a Tokyo Dome match, not an AEW match.
Maybe both. Why not?
Please. No, because, okay, here's the thing. I already know how Dave Meltzer's gonna rate it. He's gonna rate it at least a 6 at that point. But then Tokyo Dome, 7 easily.
Yeah, and Takeshita's the IWGP World Champ. Yeah, you can't forget about that.
Oh man, it just has the makings for a no. This is gonna go 8, Matt. This is gonna go 8 stars. 8 stars. I mean, like you got two Japanese wrestlers that hate each other that hate their guts. All right, Tokyo Dome, and then for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, 8 stars by Dave Meltzer. I'm calling it right now. All right, Dave, yeah. I'm watching you.
They're really building that up, man. Really slowly. I'm enjoying that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And just like it's just the little jabs towards each other.
Yeah.
And everything's gonna come to blows.
I can't wait. I cannot
sooner
wait,
or later.
Man. That is gonna be one hell of a match.
I can't wait. And we are all here for it. We are all sat down. I mean, like after John Cena retires in 12 days from now, from the time of this recording.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. It's coming by really fast. Cena's final match. We are about to enjoy AEW for until WrestleMania, until Royal Rumble season, WrestleMania season comes, and then it's back. It's a cycle again, unfortunately. Well, and that is it for our first episode of Off the Top Rope. Tune in next time to see which topics we'll be diving headbutt first into. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Julius Palma once again, and I've got Thomas Inglehorn as my tag team partner. And until next time. And you are once again listening to East Bay Live from the stunning hills of Hayward, California, at California State University, East Bay. And you are listening to East Bay Live, coming to you from the beautiful, lovely, sunny hills of California State University, East Bay in Hayward, California. And you were just listening to Off the Top Rope with me and Thomas Inglemon. And as of this live segment, in fact, John Cena's final match will take place tomorrow evening, December the 13th, in Washington, D.C. It will be broadcasted live on Peacock and Netflix worldwide, Saturday night's main event. His opponent will be none other than the Ring General Gunther. But anyways, let's move on to our next segment. Now we have one of our students here from the podcasting class, Kat, and she will be interviewing a second grade teacher from Dublin Unified School District. And to introduce this podcast, here is Kat.
Hello, everyone. I'm with Miss Tersigni from the Dublin Unified School District, and I will talk about communication with autism. How are you doing today?
Oh, pretty well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So, I have some questions here. How is communication important?
Communication is important because it helps people share ideas, express needs, build up relationships, solve problems, and just generally work together. Good communication reduces the chances of misunderstanding one another, and it makes daily life, school life, work run more smoothly.
But what about the ones who are having trouble with communication?
So I know specifically you want to talk about people who are on the spectrum. Yes, they do have trouble sometimes communicating. Sometimes they are unable to speak, so they use devices that help say what it is they want to say.
So, and when do you teach your students about communication, and what methods do you use?
So communication is taught on a daily basis. Some of the methods I use, one is modeling, which means I show them how to use words, gestures, to use the correct tone of voice. I also do role playing. I have them practice conversations in different social situations. I give them some visual support or cues to help them build up their vocabulary and be able to communicate with one another. I also, because they're on the spectrum, I use social stories. These are short narratives that explain social situations and the expected behavior in those social situations. So it is a variety of things that are used to help people communicate.
Can you give an example of a communication problem?
So one of the problems that I witness a lot is when somebody is unable to think of a word. And that happens quite often. That also happens with people sometimes as they're getting older. It's just the way people process language in their brain. And sometimes it creates a delay. They know what they want to say, but they have trouble finding how to say it.
It's based on the old saying, think before you speak.
That's true. And in our culture, and a lot of times we don't speak before we speak before we think.
Sometimes, I guess that leads to conflicts.
That's true. When people say something that they didn't intend or they don't really mean, that does create a lot of conflict. So that's one of the reasons why I use the social stories in my classes.
So how can you tell if a person is autistic or typical?
So that's really a very difficult thing to to be able to tell. You can't really reliably tell if someone is autistic just by observing them. Autism is a medical and developmental diagnosis made by a trained professional, usually a psychologist, psychiatrist. However, there are ways to see different patterns, and these are the same patterns that the professionals look for. The differences in social communication, if they have difficulty with a back and forth conversation. Another one is the differences in interpreting the social cues, if they make eye contact, facial expressions, if their behaviors are repetitive. For example, I've seen some of the younger students take little toys and line them up. And when they play with those toys again, they line them up the very exact same way. So these create routines that they don't want to break. Also, if you see somebody is sensitive to sound, light, these can also be clues to autism.
So why is communication difficult for autistic people?
Well, one of the things is there are differences in processing the social cues, the eye contact, facial expressions, and so forth. They don't know. It's harder for them to interpret what those things mean, especially body language, because that's very, very subtle. They also have that sensory overload. When I told you worrying about if something is too light, being too noisy is often a problem for people on the spectrum. And they'll shut down. They won't speak at all if the environment is too noisy. They have different communication styles. Many autistic people prefer very direct, literal communication, which can clash with typical people speaking metaphorically or using different kinds of language. Also, they find it difficult finding words quickly or interpreting figurative language, which is a simile, a metaphor, hyperbole, idioms. Those are all examples of different types of figurative language. Also, a lot of the autistic people have anxiety in social situations. A social situation is unpredictable, and that makes communication very difficult for them.
So, well, I myself am on the spectrum, and I faced a few problems.
What kinds of problems do you face?
Well, I have trouble jumping into the conversation when I wait too long.
So finding the right words to say, is that what you're just saying?
Well, that, and also wait for the right cue when to jump in. I have to wait until the person stops speaking, but they tend to go on, not let me, they don't see I want to speak.
Okay, so you need to know when it's socially acceptable to jump into the conversation. Is
Yes.
that right?
And the conversation changes too quickly when they change a subject.
Okay, I see that. What do you see as the biggest problem with being autistic yourself?
I don't know how to handle stressful situations. For example, I was trying to do my homework and I had someone to correct my paper. Unfortunately, she got mad when she's trying to understand what I'm saying and got a little.
So
she rose her voice, and that made me tense up.
So when people act in a negative way towards you, it makes you anxious and nervous.
Makes me tense up.
Yeah, that's that's being anxious and nervous. So, anything else you'd like to know about working with people on the spectrum and communicating with them?
Yeah, there are some clues for autism that you probably he didn't mention. Well, you already mentioned that they stick to routines.
Mm-hmm.
They also like to be organized.
Yeah, well, I think I sort of touched on that when I talked about one of my students, when they, one of my young students lining up their toys. I think that was his way of being organized, and he would always line them up the same exact way. So they had to stay. He had to stick with his routine. You're a much older person with different capabilities, so I wouldn't see you lining up toys. Do you do things like making lists or things like that?
Yes, I make lists of random things, mostly about TV shows or knowing what to watch or even what to eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
I make plans for the future. Well, I like to list out what to watch and what to eat for future breaks, like summer vacation.
So you plan out your summer vacation viewing and eating.
Something like that.
Something like that. That's interesting. So you like to keep things in a particular order or pattern as well.
Yes. That's another thing for autism.
Yes. I see that quite often.
Yes. And have you experienced an encounter with somebody who has autism?
Well, I told you, that one student, I encounter a lot of times the parents of students with autism, and they'll ask me for advice on how to deal with their own child. And I try and help them understand that there's really their child isn't less; they're just different than other kids. And I know that that's stressful for a parent when they see that their child can't communicate with other children or they don't want to play with other children. But I try and help the parents recognize that this is just a difference in the way they see the world. They see it differently than a neurotypical person might see it. So it's a big family thing.
Well, thank you for your time, Miss Tersigni. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. And remember to soar high, Prairie Falcons.
And you just listened to Kat and her guest from Dublin Unified School District. Thank you so much for dropping on by. And before we close out this year and this live show, let's just play a couple more tunes to ease us back into the Friday workday.
I can hear them calling out my name, yeah. I can see them burn.
And that is all for today's live radio news show here at East Bay Live. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. And once again, my name is Julius Palma, and you were just listening to East Bay Live from the lovely, beautiful, stunning hills of California State University, East Bay, sponsored by the Department of Communication. Until next time, have a wonderful holiday season and have a happy new year, and I will see you guys real soon, hopefully in 2026.
You are now
Listening to
East Bay Radio.